2.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
My name is Darren.
I'm Graham.
And we have seen the film Independence Day
Resurgence.
Oh, that was cheesy as fuck.
So is the film.
Oh, so it is indeed. So it's all tied together.
It absolutely is.
And what is the film about, Graham?
It's about the aliens from the first film coming back. Is a big old resurgence of aliens on Earth.
Keep it brief and dragging that one out.
Basically, yes. So the aliens from the first.
Oh, he's repeating himself.
Well, I went over the plot, but I was just joking that time.
But you were right.
I'm doing it.
Although, in the preceding 20 years since the last movie, we have advanced our technology.
No, we haven't.
Well, we
really.
have.
We haven't
Well,
really.
we have, though.
Really.
I mean,
No, we
not in
haven't.
real
No,
life,
no,
but
really.
in the world of the film.
Well, we have in real life, but they haven't in the film.
We haven't used... Okay.
The opposites of true to what you're saying.
How
basically,
in the
in real life.
No, don't do real life. Do the movie.
In the movie,
yeah,
they've basically just stolen the stuff.
Well,
the
no, they
equipment.
haven't. They've implemented the alien technology into our own technology.
They've not. Have they implemented anything?
Did you see any of the vehicles they were driving and think that looks like the kind of thing we would use?
That's different.
Or the laser guns they were shooting.
They were taken from the.
No, they were modified. They weren't the exact same things the aliens came with. We changed.
No,
them.
I know. Because
we have modified
the aliens. We didn't see any of the aliens' weaponries
in the first
They weren't
movie.
walking around on their legs going bang bang with the guns. They weren't. They didn't have the guns.
But the ships crashed on Earth.
The ships had the guns.
And the ships would have had the guns in.
The alien men didn't have the guns.
But they would have done in their ships.
They would have done, and they're the ones that you can see now.
Why?
Because they're the ships that they had to break into. They were like, "Oh, you found the weapons."
Well, let's close this down a second.
Let's calm it down.
What is your argument? Summarise into a sentence.
We're both right.
No, I refuse to accept that. My argument is that in the 20 years of the movies taking place, technology
in real life.
No, in the movie. Obviously, in the fucking movie, the characters in the film have used the aliens' technology to advance our own technology.
Yes.
And you're saying
no, the same.
You're saying the same as me.
I was saying before that they actually don't.
Right. But so you've changed your mind.
I'm just remembering the film. I was trying to remember at the start and you wouldn't let me. You were talking over me and I couldn't think. Could you just leave it out?
Don't think you need to shut the fuck up. Because you do.
So, anyway, the aliens come back. We've borrowed their technology, integrated it in with our own.
Thank you.
If you want to remember the film correctly.
Which I do.
Yeah. And basically, they're getting too big for the boots, the aliens.
The aliens? Why are the aliens getting too big for their boots?
Because they're attacking Earth.
They're coming back to attack us.
When
were they not too big for their boots, if that's the description? Were they not too big for their boots in the first movie?
And we put a stop to that.
So what, they bought bigger boots? and they've grown bigger feet?
But the feet have been growing bigger still, so they're too big for their boots.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because there is a big alien in this movie.
It's all full circle again.
No, what happens is I try to find...
It was all planned.
I try to find sense in your gibberish.
Stick to the script.
Yeah.
And this is why the script is in place, because things come full circle. And basically, there's a mother...
for this film is a bit iffy.
It is.
I mean, what happened to the female president? Where did she go?
No, she died.
Did she? It was a bit of a shit death, wasn't it?
Did she die?
Yeah, some aliens opened the door and that was the last time you saw her.
Really?
I don't think she got a death scene.
No.
No, I think that's just... Oh, she's going to die now.
Oh.
Got rid of her.
Yeah.
And also...
Next
why
death.
do you remember... before we'd actually seen... No, I don't care about that. Before we'd seen them meet, Liam Hemsworth just stole a ship and went and met Jeff Goldblum on Earth. How did they know each other? And how did they know where each other were and everything? Because there was like... Jeff Goldblum was like, I want to go up there and investigate what's just happened. And the science people were like, no, come with us. And then there was like the people on the moon who were all getting fucked up. And then he stole the ship and found Jeff Goldblum and then took him up to the moon. I was like, well, how did that happen? How do they know each other and how did he find him?
How did he find Goldblum in the first place?
That's part of my very small two-part question.
I could have figured it out if I had one piece of the information, but I don't know.
You don't know either bits.
Well, to be fair, he's going to be very famous on Earth, isn't he?
Well, I mean, the Queen is pretty fucking famous, but I can't just go and drive a car and find her right now.
No, but for somebody who works in space, you
can't see him. I can see him from the moon.
He's got a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
It's Darren, I don't know. Some questions are not made to be answered.
Yeah, but some should be. And those are two that should.
Yeah. So other than those small points that Darren's pointed
and they are
out,
small points.
they really are. They really are because
they all
who
just add to the
cares?
fun. Exactly.
Because it just happens, and that's the fun of it. You're enjoying the journey rather
and
than
I
the
did
actual...
enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
It got quite the kicking critically. This movie.
Well, Empire gave it like 4 stars.
Empire Magazine
But then
did give it 4.
Total Film gave it like 2.
Total Film did give it 2, and
Yeah,
did lots of others.
I did my research.
Oh yeah,
That's all done.
Yeah.
Didn't read the verdicts or anything like that. But I would say this is more in the realms of 4 than 2.
Oh, I would say 4. I wouldn't even say 3 and be like,
Really?
oh, it's a bit rubbish, but it's good fun. I'd say 4, and I would say 4 because people say it's boring, but I didn't find it boring. I thought it was good fun.
Boring. Yeah,
People
it's
say
good
it's
fun.
boring. Yeah.
You know what? It's like in the first one, you see Will Smith standing there with his his everything out, doing a wee and stuff like that.
Oh god.
I'm saying you see all the small moments.
In the first film,
In the
Will Smith does a wee but didn't touch his dick, and that's really preoccupied.
when
Graham's
I
mind.
was a small kid when I saw it, and I was just like,
And he's remembered it for 30 years.
yeah.
Uh,
I thought maybe you put like tooth floss around it, and he was like holding it up.
You said that when we did a video about Independence Day.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, you said it about your own dick.
Oh, tooth floss, really?
Well, you said string. But it's the same joke.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Serious?
Really?
Wow. No,
we wasted time whilst you get
Sorry,
nostalgic for a thing you said a week ago.
I just don't have a memory of it. Anyway, so basically, where was I going with that? Where was I going with that? Oh, so the point is, you get to know all the small little stories that are going on in between
in the
and stuff
first
like that.
movie?
Yeah. So you're getting to know Will Smith and stuff like that, and you
Yeah, I guess.
so yeah, and Jeff Goldblum and his dad and stuff like that. You know
like
what I
his
mean?
dad.
Exactly. So the second one, you've got like Liam Hemsworth and stuff, and that's a new storyline.
They're not as strong though.
They're not as strong, but it's.
I mean, they're like Will Smith's kid story and the Chinese girl that the little white guy fancies.
what in God's name are you saying? You just said a bunch of things.
There's
Is that
there's
a
Liam
sentence?
Hemsworth, yeah.
Oh,
then there's
yeah,
his
yeah.
little mate.
Oh,
and there's the
okay,
girl
okay,
that he
okay,
fancies,
yeah.
and there's
Yeah,
Will
yeah.
Smith's son.
Sure.
None of those characters really make any impact whatsoever.
They're not important, but I mean, yeah, okay, I see your point. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
All right, I get
Okay.
it. I get your point. See, what Darren's trying to say is that in the first film, you might get to see all the stories and stuff like that, but all the characters that you learn the stories of are important. However, in the second film, like Liam Hemsworth and that little group of teens,
I kind of felt like
tweens.
I don't know, they're in their 20s.
Everyone's a child to me.
That's a sinister thing to say.
Yeah. Carry on.
I felt like I would happily have just watched any one of the stories in this movie, particularly the ones with Jeff Goldblum in.
Well, I like them all.
I like them all. So that's what I mean.
No, I really like them all.
I'm saying I would happily have watched an entire film of any one of them. You're saying that you'd
But I'd
like to
have
have
to
watched
watch them
bits
all.
of all.
Yeah,
Well, I
which
was
is what we
happy to
did.
watch bits of all. But no, but that stuff where they were like shooting the aliens when
Yeah.
they were in that weird forest in the spaceship. Couldn't you just watch
That
the
was
full
good
like
fun.
half hour of that rather?
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Because that's not what you said.
Well, it is what
You
I
were
said.
talking about watching bits of the different people's
yeah, exactly.
days.
No, not the
I mean-
days. The story,
I
the
mean, just-
segments in the movies. In the movie,
All the
I
little
could have watched an
scenes.
entire movie of each.
Sure.
I really liked Brent Spiner,
Who's Brent Spiner?
the mad scientist.
Oh, the guy with the long hair and
Yes,
the crazy.
very much
she
like
was
him.
in a coma and
Was
all that.
he in a gay relationship with that other guy?
I think that was a kind of allude. Oh, they were like maybe they were like heterosexual life partners. You know what I mean? Like they were just so close.
Why couldn't they have been gay?
No, I'm just saying it's a bit of a trope, isn't it? You know,
Do you think I thought I was happy when I thought they were gay? And I thought, oh, that's
I'm
good.
straight, and there's people rooting for us.
What? Are there?
Well, it's me, but I mean, I've got a partner already, so
Right. Okay.
I'm saying
Thank God.
there's hope.
Thank God it seems.
No, I'm just saying like these guys in the film are happy together.
Yeah.
But, and they like each other's
Sound
company
nothing
and
like
stuff
us.
like that.
Sound nothing like us.
However, they're not gay.
All right.
I didn't get any gay vibe from this film, and it doesn't have to be because you wouldn't have guessed Dumbledore was gay until
Well, that's a
J.K.
bullshit
Rowling was
thing.
just like,
yeah. I'm
well,
gonna
no, but
sell
why?
all my
Because
books,
gays-
and just as it makes all the money, oh, did I mention that Dumbledore's gay? How brave of me! It's like Will Young back in 2002.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, I've won X Factor. Oh, did I mention I was gay? I mean, it's not a bad thing, obviously, but be upfront about it because it's not a bad thing, as opposed to hiding it until.
But it makes sense, doesn't it? Because if you
Well,
understand
it does in a
people's
way.
psychology,
It's a shame. Like,
it's a shame, exactly. But you got to play the game to win.
But
haven't
what's that got to do with the mad scientist in Independence Day?
you?
Because I thought I didn't.
So I was saying like there's no gay vibe and stuff. And I'm saying, but there doesn't have to be like Dumbledore being gay.
Well, no, there doesn't have to be with this. But I thought it was very good when I thought he was gay with that guy because it added like an extra layer to him. I thought, oh, that's a character development.
That's also offensive.
Why is that offensive?
Well, being gay makes him all the more interesting all of a sudden.
Well, it's a bit more interesting, yeah. Because it adds an extra dimension to his relationship with that guy. Because they weren't just two guys that knew each other; they were two guys who were actually in love.
But gay is a bit like old hat now these days, isn't it? It's like
so what? He can't be gay because according to it's old hat.
No, I'm saying it's more interesting to not go for the gay because like that could just be like.
Well, there aren't many gay characters in films, so it's nice if there is one that is like not even a big deal. Where it's not like he's the gay character, it's more he's a character who's gay.
And that's what they should be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Was that the case with these two? Because if it was, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying if they were making a big deal out of it, then...
But they didn't. You saw the movie. I know. So what you're saying, if they make a big deal out of it, you saw it?
Okay. Then we agree.
Oh, it's funny how we have these big arguments, and yet we're agreeing, apparently.
It saves time, Darren.
It would save time if we didn't argue. Anyway. Bye, everyone. No, I don't want you to agree with the start. I want you to have your own opinions. Sometimes your opinions are inconsistent with themselves.
I only take up too much time.
I don't mind, it's fine, but you know. It's just weird when we conclude that I'm right all the time.
No, it's tiring. No.
It gets tiring being right all the time.
That's not the case. We're both right if we both agree.
We're both right if you agree with me.
No, if we both agree, then we're both right.
Right, yeah, but you are agreeing with me.
Yeah, but that makes us both right.
That is right. Bye, everyone.
Say bye. Bye, everyone.
I'll press.